Did you know that in the state of Virginia, there is a massive underground bunker hidden beneath Mount Weather, a place designed in complete secrecy, far away from public eyes, and protected from almost any external threat? Imagine a facility buried deep beneath mountains, hidden from satellites, and shielded from the outside world. A structure so classified that only a limited number of people are aware of its true purpose. It is believed to be one of the most secure emergency operations centers ever constructed, and in the event of a global catastrophe, it could become a critical location where government continuity is preserved. This is Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center. Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center is located in Virginia, United States. Officially, it is associated with emergency preparedness and crisis response, but over the years, it has also been surrounded by secrecy and speculation. This facility is not designed like a typical building. It is built to operate independently from the outside world if necessary. That means in extreme situations, it can maintain internal power, communications, air quality, and essential operations without relying on external infrastructure. Deep underground, layers of reinforced construction and natural rock provide protection against a wide range of potential threats. In theory, this allows the facility to continue functioning even under conditions that would make the surface uninhabitable. Because of this, Mount Weather is often described as a continuity of government site, a place where critical operations could continue if normal systems on the surface were disrupted. What makes Mount Weather truly unique is the way it is designed to survive under extreme conditions. The facility is built deep within the mountain, using both natural rock and reinforced construction as layers of protection. Thick walls, secure entry points, and controlled access zones are believed to reduce the impact of external threats. Inside, the structure is divided into multiple sections, each with a specific function. There are command areas responsible for decision-making, communication hubs that maintain contact with the outside, and operational zones that support essential systems. Movement throughout the facility is likely restricted, with security checkpoints separating different levels of clearance. This means not everyone inside would have access to every area. The entire layout is designed like a system within a system, so that even if one section fails, the rest can continue operating without interruption, creating a structure that is not only hidden, but built to endure. But surviving underground is not just about walls and protection. It's about maintaining life in a completely isolated environment. A facility like Mount Weather would require advanced life support systems, designed to function without any outside help. Air filtration units would constantly cycle and clean the air, removing harmful particles and maintaining safe oxygen levels. Water systems would need to purify, recycle, and store large amounts of clean water, ensuring a continuous and reliable supply. Power generation would be critical, with independent energy sources capable of running the entire facility for extended periods. Food storage would also play a major role, with organized supplies designed to last for weeks, months, or even longer. And perhaps most importantly, every critical system would have backups, because in a place like this, failure is not an option. Every system is built with redundancy, meaning if one stops working, another immediately takes over, turning the facility into a self-sustaining underground environment capable of supporting human life, even when the surface cannot. But perhaps the most unsettling question is not how this place works, but who actually gets inside. In a scenario where access is limited, not everyone would be allowed to enter. Facilities like this are often associated with continuity of government plans, which means priority would likely be given to key officials, decision makers, and individuals considered essential to maintaining control and order. Entry would not be random, it would be controlled, calculated, and strictly regulated. Security protocols would determine exactly who is granted access and who is not, And once those doors close, there may be no second chance to get in. This raises a deeper question. If a global catastrophe were to happen, would you be on the list or left outside? Now imagine this. A global crisis begins to unfold. First, it looks like just another breaking news story. But within hours, everything starts to change. Communication systems become unstable, power grids begin to fail, and panic spreads rapidly across cities. People rush to find information, but there are no clear answers, only uncertainty. Emergency alerts start appearing, warning of escalating threats, and somewhere far from the chaos above, deep beneath the mountains, preparations are already underway. Inside Mount Weather, systems activate, personnel move into position, and protocols begin to unfold. Because in moments like this, every second matters. As the situation escalates above ground, inside the bunker, everything changes within minutes. Emergency protocols are activated, access points are sealed, and the facility begins transitioning into full isolation mode. Every movement becomes coordinated. Every action follows a predefined plan. Personnel take their positions, communication channels are secured, and critical systems are closely monitored. There is no panic here, only precision, because inside a place like this, chaos is replaced with control, and uncertainty is replaced with protocol. But once the doors are fully sealed, there is no turning back. But what is life actually like? Inside a place like this, with no sunlight, no fresh air from the outside, and no connection to the world above. Time begins to feel different. Days and nights are no longer defined by the sky, but by artificial lighting and strict schedules. Every person inside has a role. Some monitor systems, others manage resources, and some ensure that operations continue without interruption. Living quarters are functional, designed for efficiency rather than comfort. Food is rationed, carefully measured to last as long as possible. Water is monitored, air is controlled, and every resource is accounted for. There is structure, discipline, and routine, because in a closed environment like this, order is the only thing that keeps everything from falling apart. But even with all systems working perfectly, one question remains: how long can people truly live like this? But surviving physically is only part of the story, because the real challenge begins inside the mind. With no windows, no natural light, and no connection to the outside world, isolation starts to take its toll. Days blend together, silence becomes heavier, and the absence of the outside world creates a constant sense of uncertainty. People begin to question what is happening above. Is it over? Is it getting worse? Or is there nothing left at all? Even in a controlled environment, stress can build, routine can feel repetitive, and the feeling of being cut off from everything can slowly become overwhelming. Because no matter how secure the bunker is, cannot protect people from their own thoughts. While life continues in isolation underground, the world above may be changing in ways no one inside can fully see. Cities that were once full of life could now stand silent. Streets once crowded, now empty. Infrastructure may have collapsed, systems may have failed, and communication could be completely lost. For those inside the bunker, the outside world becomes a mystery, a place they can no longer observe directly, only imagine. Is the danger still active? Has it passed? Or has the world they once knew already disappeared? Without clear answers, time becomes uncertainty, and the silence from above says more than any signal ever could. At some point, a decision would have to be made: stay inside, where everything is controlled, or risk going back to the surface, into the unknown. But how do you know when it's safe? When there is no clear signal, no confirmation, no guarantee. Days could turn into weeks, weeks into months, and the longer the isolation lasts, the harder that decision becomes, because opening those doors could mean survival, or it could mean facing something far worse. And so the question remains, not just for those inside, but for everyone. If you had the choice, would you stay, or would you step outside?